Thank you for taking my call. Well, I'm legally blind since 2001, and my mother handled my affairs, and I got to ask her about 6 months ago about my life insurance policy, and she said $5,000. And I said, well, Mama, I done paid $30 a month for it adds up. And after 14 years, and it was over $5,000. So she got the number and called them, and I talked to them, and about cashing in, they said I get $1,550, and I done paid about $5,200. What's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's life insurance. It's all going to depend upon the exact language in the policy. You can have a term life insurance policy where you just pay a certain premium per month, and typically it works out, and you wouldn't buy a term policy where the benefit wasn't more than the premiums. But in order to look at that, we'd have to look at all the documents and tell you what we could do. It doesn't sound like it makes sense to me, but again, you'd have to look at all the payments and all the premiums and the documents to make a determination about whether you got what you paid for.
256-536-0077. That's the number to call to get your questions answered. But while we wait for more callers, so let's talk a little bit about when you call a lawyer. Will you actually get to meet with that person?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we were just talking about the other day in our firm, and that people will call and say, "Wow, I get to talk to a lawyer," and we're like, "Yeah, you can talk to me." When we have time, we're happy to talk with people about their problems, and when we meet with clients to decide whether we're going to represent them or they want us to represent them, we meet with them personally, and apparently that's not the case across the board. It's important when you're looking at hiring an attorney for any kind of situation that you get to sit down and talk with a lawyer that's actually going to be doing the work for you and handling your case. Sometimes it can be more than one attorney, or sometimes attorneys can ask other attorneys to get involved and help, but you want to make sure that you have a personal contact with the person that's going to be doing the work for you, so you know what they're about, whether you can trust them, whether you have a good feeling with them.
256-536-0077. A little question. So how do you really know if you have a case and what you're going through is worth actually calling a lawyer for?
Well, I mean, in our world, we do personal injury work, and we'll talk to anybody for free with initial consults or free, whether we do it on the phone or whether we sit down and talk with folks. And basically, if you think you have a claim, it makes sense to reach out to a lawyer. The only thing that costs you is some time to get some basic idea about what the law is and whether you could potentially have a claim or not. A lot of people don't know until they talk to somebody, and it doesn't hurt our feelings to call us and let us give you advice.
Well, it looks like we don't have any other callers for the day, but if you have any other questions, remember you can always call our friends over at Timberlake and League. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you.